we want to promote the space for alternate models of life, of development, of economy, of sustainability, of governance. So for us, that is the most important challenge or our work.
In Rio, one of the priority is the agriculture, food security, and it's linked with climate change. We want to see that there's a very a clear commitment, actions, and some indication of implementation to make sure that our agriculture is safe and it guarantees the food security for our people.
Well, the most important issue for Brazil certainly is the discussion about development, which is a big concern of the country, and particularly a policy for sustainable development based on the three aspects of sustainable development: the economic aspect, the social one, and the environmental one.
So for both 1 and 2, our answer is the same, that we want to create that space where the alternate voices are heard and they register, because they, in our experience, not just opinion, in our experience, they have the potential to save the huge catastrophes that we have landed the globe into. By we, I mean the modern society.
It's a main concern about the conference itself, and one of its axes, which is the issue about green economy in the context of eradication of poverty, and a strong concern of the social movement about what it means. But beyond that, priorities of people are, let us say, for the workers, the possibility of the discussion to create green and decent jobs in how can I say, in the context of change of paradigm, a new process of development, less based on fossil fuels, for instance, which requires many changes in terms of this new paradigm.
We are very hopeful that it will be a better outcome than has been till now.
Honestly, I'm not really that much optimistic about Rio, and this is from past experiences. We expect to see some progress. Yeah, especially for us, we want to push and see commitment in the area of green economy, green jobs, but also reform of the institutional framework for sustainable development.
Well, there may be a lot of declarations, wording, perhaps resolutions that will require follow-up. So Rio+20 is not an event in itself. This kind of discussion doesn't end in Rio in June 2012. It has to continue.
Well, in India, we have some mistrust of green economy. We have some mistrust.
Why is that?
Because number one, it is still, it hasn't adequately defined itself. Number two, somewhere we also find that it is a less harmful offshoot of the capitalist industrial economy.
For us, when we go to Rio, green economy is more of looking on how the northern part would really commit themselves in addressing the challenges of climate change, particularly the mitigation. But also, it is important also the green economy is kind of conceptualized and actually accepted in Rio+10. Our focus is more of the cooperation and also looking on how we can help the southern part not really continue affected by the practice of industrialized countries.
Of course, I'm absolutely against the possibility of a new capital accumulation based on the exploitation of natural resources. I think the discussion here is how can we establish a new process of development, job creation, wealth creation, welfare creation, without damaging the environment, and at the contrary, how to recover what has been destroyed so far. And we have to put the issue of equality in a very high place, because it's impossible to achieve a development in the world to come, with the growth of the population, without equality. That means that some who have certain consumer customs have to reduce their ambitions in order to allow some that don't have any to raise a little bit their living standards. And that means more equality inside countries and among countries.
The biggest challenge is to developing alternate paradigms, models of governance, models of economy, models of sustainability, models of inter-community relationship, models of inter-country relationships, developing linkages, yet more effective linkages between the North and the South. Because without addressing these, Rio will not make sense.
I think that the biggest challenge is really to have the engagement of the majority of nations, which is not assured, particularly of the developed countries which are going through this very deep crisis. So perhaps for their governments and with the visions, and you can see by the way how they are dealing with this crisis, that they may not be very interested in to move ahead with this discussion.
They sound good. That's all I would say.
Can you mention them? Oh, I hope that we manage to define feasible development goals from this conference.
I don't think I have a message, but I sure have a request that please appreciate your strength, preserve it, and keep playing the role that you are playing. I want to, register my very deep appreciation for the Finnish society, if you call it a message or whatever, but it's a very deep appreciation for our society.
We expect them to push developed countries for the interest of southern world, and our message is agriculture and food security. So I would really recommend that the Finnish members of parliament also flag that out, so that the rest of and especially the big decision makers could also take that on board.
Well, please try to do what you have done in the past to interfere in the world order when you were, how can I say, important piece in the discussion about disarmament, in the discussion about peace in the world under the period of bipolar world and the Cold War. So if you could play this role again, I think everybody will be very grateful. Please come to Rio and help us there.